That's gonna hurt.
Hey kids, welcome to the Music Snob, where I know music, unless it sucks. Now, if you've been here before, I've been doing this channel for a while. Well, I had the channel and I was doing just random crap, but then I started doing this Music Snob stuff, where I want to talk about musicians that I look up to, and I think maybe not enough people know who they were or appreciated some of the other tracks that they had, maybe outside of the band they were in, or whatever. And so I started doing profiles on some of these bands, and or just other musicians that I look up to. And what happened was I wasn't monetized. I was talking about an artist, and I was talking about their music, and I wasn't monetized, so it didn't matter that I was not making money on this. But at some point, I became monetized, and then what I found out when I started doing more music snobs that weren't playing other people's music, I found out that record company Weasels started blocking my old stuff. So now I don't even know if you can see my original videos that I did. So now what I'm going back and I'm doing is I'm re-editing some of the old ones. Now I've done Foreigner. I did D. Snyder. I redid that, and to me, it's not as fun not having the music, but I want people to see the videos. So if you are an actual subscriber, an actual fan of whatever the hell this is, then you might be interested in this. So some of my earlier ones I did D. Snyder, and right now what I want to do is I'm going to re-edit, and I'm doing one about Colin Hay. I love menatwork, but a lot of people don't even know. Like, menatwork is on tour right now, but it's really just Colin Hay and a group of other people. But Colin Hay has put out about like 20 or so albums, solo albums, since he left the original version of what menatwork was, and he is incredible. So I did a music snob about him, and what you're going to see if you actually decide to watch this is it's the second music snob I did. So you could tell it's. Are the ones I'm doing now any good? Probably not. But watch the whole damn thing. Enjoy. If you decide, perhaps, that you want to see the version that has the music in it for more, to get more of the effect of what I was trying to convey, I'll let me know, and I'll figure out a way for you to see it. I don't think it's currently available. Maybe in North America, if you're lucky. It's blocked in most of the world. So here's the edited version with hints of music in it. Enjoy. I know it's lame. Hey, welcome to another music snob. I like to think I am a music snob, even though I'm a terrible musician. I always was. What I want to do in these music snob things is talk about musicians who kind of inspired me to be a terrible musician myself. And the first one I did was D. Snyder. So if you watched that and you came back, well, welcome back. I didn't get you a cake or anything. I'm sorry. Woo. There's a song and a dance. I brought a horn. Make your own joke for what I just did. Anyway, this week I want to talk about Colin Hay. Now, if you don't know who Colin Hay is, maybe this will wake you up a little bit on that one. How about this? How about this? You probably heard this. Now, come on, you must know that. Colin Hay, Colin James Hay, as he's otherwise known. Colin Hay of menatwork. He's a Scottish guy. He was actually, a lot of people think he's Australian. He was actually born in Scotland, and his parents brought him there when he was younger. He started menatwork. They were huge, but a lot of people maybe don't know that he's had between, oh God, like say, a minimum 15 solo albums since he left menatwork 25, 30 years ago. Maybe you don't know that. Maybe you are a fan of Colin Hay, but for his late career resurgence by getting music played on Scrubs and whatnot, or other Zach Braff films. He's used some of his songs. Maybe you know this. Colin Hay, yeah, huge, world renowned for Men at Work. A lot of people. It kind of irks me that people think they're a one or perhaps a two-hit wonder because of Who Can It Be Now and Down Under, which everybody knows Down Under. It's been redone. It's been mixed. It's been, it was on the Crocodile Dundee 3 soundtrack. Everybody knows those songs, but there's other great Men at Work songs. If you are a Colin Hay fan for what you've seen, maybe on Scrubs or whatever, maybe you don't know about other Men at Work stuff, but he's got so many things. I'm probably not going to talk about every album, but I'm going to talk about just the ones that stand out to me. So today's episode, this is where I'm going to put a picture. Colin Hay of Men at Work. And let's see how this goes. Okay. Recently, I was, let's say, inspired to do one of these little shows about Colin Hay. I saw a documentary on YouTube called Waiting for My Real Life, which is about him. And it gives you a lot of insight into his beginnings and how he started Men at Work and some of the problems that Men at Work had that led to their breakup and maybe a subsequent lawsuit over the melody, I guess, of Down Under being accused of mimicking a children's song from like 100 years ago or something like that. But his solo work to me is what really kind of keeps me interested in what he's been doing. So Colin Hay, born in Scotland. I learned of him first because of Who Can It Be Now on the radio in the little hick town that I'm from, on the old AM radio. And I immediately fell in love. I bought the album, Business as Usual. I didn't know, being a small town person, that there was what was called Men at Work fatigue, because in North America, they were late to the party, we'll say, of Men at Work's great music. So the first album came out and it was just bang, 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 constant. And then the second album came out, even though it was 2 years later than the initial release, it came out. And by the time that album came out, even though it was still a great album, yeah, people were sick of listening to Men at Work. So they didn't, by the time they did their third album, it just didn't do that well. But, and then they eventually broke up. But I love that album. And a lot of people, they focus on Who Can It Be Now and they focus on Down Under. But there's other great tunes. Have you heard this one? Now, that should be enough right there for you to want to go buy the album. Just that song alone. I would buy that album. But there's more. So the second album came out in 1983. And everybody, you should know, you should remember this. This is from Cargo. This is the first single. And again, great cover art. You have to know this song. Of course, if that song wasn't enough, the other big single from the album would have been this one. Great offbeat guitar. Of course, you have to know that song, but have you heard this song? It's another slow burn, we'll say, like the Down by the Sea. Another great album, great songs. No sign of yesterday. Have you bought this yet? You should be on Amazon right frickin' now looking for this. Or go into what do they call those? It's called a record store. Go into one of those places, buy this album, and then send me a thank you note. You'll appreciate it. You'll appreciate it. So they had a third album, okay, called Two Hearts. It came out in 1985. So it was actually another 2 years. By the time this one came out, I think everybody was over their fatigue and just didn't care anymore. But maybe I have not heard this song on the radio in 40 years. Dated. It's just another great song, great band. I when it came out, I didn't realize that they were having some issues, and they just they for whatever reason they broke up. It's none of my damn business. I didn't know that they even broke up, and then like 2 years later, I see Colin Hay on Letterman. You see the choir. This is a stadium song that wasn't in the stadium, unfortunately. Great freaking song. Like it goes "Hold Me," and then the next song on the album is actually "Can I Hold You," which for me I probably would have put one up here and one down here. But it's just such a beautiful song, and nobody knows about it. Great. There's so many great songs in this album. Like, oh God, where do I even start? Tell me, Inspector, how do you feel? We know you're doing all you can. So, I'm going to play a different one. I want you to know how awesome this album was. And maybe they reprint it if enough people want it. Probably not. It's just a happy, feel-good album. Everything about it is freaking awesome. And his voice. Isn't that enough? Is not enough for you? Okay, so looking for Jack. I don't think it was a big success. But he started doing, let's say, smaller productions of albums. His second solo album came out 1990. It was called Wayfaring Sons. And I'm not going to play something from every album because it's already long. But I'm going to play some of my favorite ones. This is my favorite song off this album. It's called Into My Life. And it just has a great melody. Great sound in the background. Carpet stained with my red wine. Now, his third solo album was called Peaks and Valleys. Came out in 1992. Apparently, it was all recorded in one take. This is my favorite song. It's called the Melbourne Song. Or just simply Melbourne Song. Think I'll head up north again. It just, to me, it's just like you're sitting around a campfire, or he's just sitting in the corner singing to himself, I guess. But another great album. Nothing, that perhaps, again, not stadium music. Definitely not what he's playing on the Ringo Starr tour, but I recommend it. So his fourth album is called Topanga. Maybe I'm not pronouncing it right because I'm a dumbass Canadian. Topanga, 1994. Again, not a lot of production in this, but great album. Some of the songs on this album he had on other albums in different forms. This is one of my favorite versions of this called. It goes back to the documentary I talked about. Waiting for my real life to begin. I'm still waiting for my real life to begin. I don't know. Personally, I think if you just hear those 30, 40 seconds that you should want to buy this album. So, the next album, of course, it was 1998. I'm reading my notes. Transcendental Highway. Again, another just 13 great songs, but just sometimes bare bones songs will catch you as well. Like this I just don't think I'll ever get over you. It's just him and a guitar. But you just feel this longing and whatever that is. Transcendental Highway. Buy it. His next album was Going Somewhere. Came out in 2001. This is the first song on the album. I believe it was. I don't even know if they were singles because I didn't know about this stuff when it came out. My, it's a beautiful world where a man can still be free, or a woman if you are one. I just love that lyric. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. Want to be inclusive, but kind of a backhanded inclusive. This is where he kind of had let's say a career resurgence. Where I don't know why. Maybe Zach Braff was a fan like I was when he was younger, and decided to use his newfound fame on Scrubs. He was the lead doctor on Scrubs. I don't know what his name was. I watched the show. I liked the show, and I saw Colin Hay just in the background singing a song. And I guess a lot of other people saw it, and a lot of younger people who had not heard of Men at Work saw it. Also in a Zach Braff movie, I think it was called Empire State or Jersey. I don't know how it was about his life when he was younger. He had Colin Hay music in it as well. So from there on, it was a little bit a light resurgence, we'll say. I didn't really know what was going on. I personally was in Vegas and I saw him sitting in a corner in a nightclub at oh god, what was it? The Mirage maybe, or Monte Carlo. It's like Colin Hay in the corner over there by himself with an acoustic, and I think his wife showed up and maybe she played a flute. I'm not sure. The guy is awesome. I saw him once in Calgary at the Stampede playing a double bill with Dwight Yoakam and a great Canadian artist called Barney Bentall, who I'm probably going to do a thing at some point as well. But this is where things started to come back for him, I'd say, a little bit. Now, his next album was Company of Strangers. Came out in 2002. I'm going to play it's the last song in the album. It's called And If You Only Knew. And I just love it because it's just so, say, odd. Like, somebody playing backwards? Come on, get this album. So I guess with the, let's say, career resurgence that I keep mentioning, he decided to rework some stuff, and he released his next album. It was actually in 2003, so just a year later, called Man at Work, as opposed to Men at Work, where he did some older, well, he did some of his other independent stuff or solo stuff, but he also did really great reworkings of Men at Work songs, like this one.
I can get to sleep.
Just guitar.
I think about the implications. Ghosts appear and fade away.
I highly recommend buying this album. It's one of my favorites of his solo work. Just when sometimes people will redo their stuff acoustically or whatever, and it's just not that good. But this stuff is the shit. Now his next album, after Man at Work, Are You Looking at Me, was 4 years later. I'm going to play the first song, Are You Looking at Me, just because it's weird, which makes it interesting. Are you looking at me? You looking at me?
Are you looking at me?
God. At some point there, he had moved to California. Is now an American citizen. His next album came out in 2009 called American Sunshine. And this is the first song, I believe, on the album. Yeah. Oh, California. Just a great feel to it.
I thought I'd never reach the water. I had to cross the desert and the Great Divide.
You know, I can't say anything really truly negative. I love this guy. I think he's incredible. Now, I got a couple more. Well, he's had a few more albums since then. What was it? Next Year People, 2015. Fierce Mercy, 2017. I play one song off of that one, Frozen Fields of Snow, which just has a great feel to it.
There may be one more soon. The seasons come, the seasons go.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave it right there for now. So he's still putting out music. 2021, he put out I Just Don't Know What to Do with Myself. And it was mostly just cover. Well, it was all covers. And then he's actually brought out another one called Now and the Evermore. It came out actually last year in 2022. I have had trouble finding these, so I don't have them. But I've already wasted enough of your time. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to play probably my favorite Colin Hay solo song, Storm in My Heart. This is off of the Man at Work reworkings, and just Enjoy with me for a moment the beauty of Colin Hay.
Stone in my heart by you.
Is he a country singer? Like I think there's a version where there's a fiddle on this. I think there is. I just can't say enough good stuff. Menatwork, awesome. Two really good albums, one pretty good album. You can't say enough about how his songwriting is just beautiful. I think the independent or solo stuff, whatever you want to call it, because it's such bare bones and it's focusing more on the voice than the whole big production of a big pop rock band. I find it unfortunate that people really only focus on the two songs. Overkill is, or not overkill. Overkill should be overkilled. Down Under is done so many times. He's recorded it 50 times, probably in different ways. Just you should buy it. And it's become such a great anthem for Australia. I think. I hope that people from Australia aren't actually offended by it, because there's certain things that people identify with Canada that annoy me. So, Colin Hay. If you ever watch this, Colin Hay, you're a god amongst mortal men. So this has been another episode of Music Snob. I'm a music snob. I am a snob because I love Colin Hay. I love certain things, and I just can't say enough good things about this guy. And maybe eventually I'll do a music snob about how much I hate somebody. I don't know who that's going to be. Probably anything that's been on the radio the last week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the thing. I don't know if it's here. It could be over here. Let's see where I put it on the end. It could be up there. Could be up there. Hit a like button or a subscribe or a, you tell me in the comment thing there. You tell me what you think about Colin Hay, or maybe give me an idea of somebody else that I should be doing. I have a list of ones I want to do, but there could be ones that you are interested in. So again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, share. See if Colin Hay can see this thing. I'd love to get in touch with that guy. But thanks for watching. Till next time. Rock on, party people.